In the Pokemon investing space, we all struggle with the same problem, sourcing product. It is incredibly difficult. Well, I may have found a hack where you can get it easily online with buyer protection and a fantastic price. There are many ways you can source your product. You can get it on eBay / TCG Player, you can get it at local card shows or Facebook, or you can get it at card shops. Now, these all have their pros and they all have their cons. The con about eBay and TCG Player is there is a fat fee. So when you see a box listed for $500, the seller is only pocketing about $470 of that. So then you want to take it off eBay and buy it off somewhere else. Now, don't message the seller and try to get it off of eBay. That's against their terms of service. But then you'll go to a Facebook group where there's no fees so people can trim off a little bit off the price. But then you also run into another problem where it's just complicated. And then you get to card shops, just overpriced to begin with. No hate to them, they've got to make their bag, they're just overpriced to begin with. So all of these platforms all solve a problem, but then also create a new problem. So this method is the easiest method. You get the best of all worlds and you get it at a remarkable price. So today I'm going to be talking about it. Now, what am I talking about in today's video? Well, I'm talking about eBay auctions. eBay auctions is where it's at. Now, eBay auctions it has so many benefits. Okay, so first of all, with eBay auctions, you don't have to dump a bunch of money into one product immediately. So Deaths and Rivals for me, I'm patiently buying here and there. So you don't have this urge where someone lists $10,000 worth and you have to pull all these strings and really break your back trying to buy that lot. The beauty about auctions is it's just slowly but surely. So there's a couple benefits. That's one of them. Another benefit with eBay auctions is eBay a lot of the time have coupons, whether it be Black Friday, or a lot of time they just have like a September discount or an October discount where like your first couple purchases of the month you get a small percentage off. Now the seller doesn't actually pay this, but you get this discount. So I'm going to be talking about an auction where a booster box case went for 50% of market price. A reputable seller, and yet you somehow got it at practically 50% of price. So we're going to be talking about that at the end of the video. Most premium product, almost half of the market price. So we're going to be talking about that later in the video, but let's just quickly pull up a couple examples. Okay, so we have a couple examples. So first of all, let's just quickly go over booster box cases. Now, auctions are great for slabs. Like if you see a slab that's $1,000, then you can get a sucker for like $700 on auction. Like auctions just go so cheap whenever it comes to slabs, especially if it's like not a consignment company. Like the thing about eBay is most of the time you can be fine anyways. I've never had a problem buying on eBay. I've bought off of sellers who have like 5, 10, 20 sales, and I never really have a problem, if I'm being honest with you. And even so, there's just buyer protection. So slabs are really good like that. But then you also get coupons and stuff with eBay. Dude, those coupons, you can save 10, 20% on the final price, and you can get at a really, really good price. So slabs is where it's at. But the thing is, I'm not talking about slabs. I'm talking about the best items. We're talking about booster box cases. So whether you're watching, you can see the images visually, I'll show them. Or if you're listening, then you can just go ahead and listen. Both work. Actually, while we're at it, I just want to quickly say, if you are shopping on eBay, make sure to use my link. It's actually the perfect time to plug that. If you're shopping on eBay, make sure to use my link. It's in the description. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and I just get a small kickback of the final sale price. So it helps out the channel a ton. It's pretty fitting because I'm pretty much making this video just glazing eBay for like 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah, if you're going to shop on eBay, please use my affiliate link. It charges you nothing and it supports the channel a crap ton. Also, I just want to quickly say as well, if you haven't joined Discord server, make sure to join it. My account officially got unbanned. Let's freaking go, chat. That is what I'm talking about, which means I can resume the construction of the Discord server. I'll be doing giveaways. I'll be making private videos as well. And we're doing like Q&A. I'm going to be doing some more interesting videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make them private because I know the algorithm will just hate my guts if I make a Q&A on this channel. So I'm going to, but like private so it doesn't hurt the algorithm. Otherwise my channel views will literally nuke overnight. So yeah, good best of both worlds. So yeah, make sure to join the Discord server. A lot is happening there. Anyways, a Paldea Evolves booster box case went for $22.75 on auction. This is all in USD. On a TCG Player, the most recent sale, it went for $2,600. So on eBay, you're saving over $300. Now, I just want to be clear, this is before coupons. There are some very sneaky, naughty ways you can get discounts on eBay. I know the final price may look appealing. Like, people may look at it and go like, that's a really good price. Wow. So on TCG Player, you're paying $2,600. On eBay, you're paying $2,300 just to call it even, right? Technically, it's like $22.75. Let's just say $2,300. Okay, so you're saving $300. But you've also got got to remember that with eBay, it is very easy to get gift cards. Now, I do not recommend you obtain gift cards off of scammers. I don't even know why I'm mentioning this. This is literally just enabling it, but I've already said it, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. People sell gift cards cheaper online because they scam people and then they sell that for cash. Please don't buy it off of those people. Okay, you're just supporting people scamming other people. I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. Realistically, none of you guys probably knew that was even a thing. Just please don't do that. A lot of the time, eBay or like Amazon will have like Black Friday deals. If you buy like a $1,000 gift card, it'll only cost you like $950 or like $900. And please, once again, don't buy. And I'm sure there's some way it's illegal to get those gift cards anyways. I mean, realistically, I have no idea. I just pulled that out of my ass, but please do not do that. Like, please do not buy it off those scammers. It's really horrible. But basically, a lot of time like eBay or Amazon or different stores, like at least I know in Australia, I think it's Coles. Coles or Woolies, it's one of those, or it's somewhere like across those lines, one of like the really big stores where you buy a gift card and it gives you access to like 30 different stores, and it'll be like EB Games, and sometimes it's been eBay. So this is a really good way to get a discount. Now what this does is this means that you can buy it on eBay, so you get buyer protection. You bid on auctions. So usually auctions go for like 10 to 15% under market. So as you saw with the Paldea Evolved Booster Box case, it was 2,600 market, but then it went for about 2,300. So it's about 10% under. Then you stack eBay coupons, which usually they do like the first couple purchases of the month, so you'll get a little bit off. Now, I was eyeing a specific auction in Australia. I don't exactly know how it works in the States or anywhere else in the world, but specifically in Australia, there was a 2,100 auction, and there was a gift card you could enable, which was $300. It didn't cost me anything. I don't have eBay Plus or anything. It was just for free. So you would get $300 off the final purchase price. So if the auction went for 2,100, you could just immediately make it 1,800 by applying that coupon at the checkout. But then on top of that, you got to remember that's a coupon, that's not a gift card. So the way you're paying, you can pay by card or PayPal, or you can pay by gift cards, which is where you once again stack on top of it. Generally, you can get gift cards at like 5 to 10%, like off the face value if you buy them like prepaid, right? So yeah, once again, please do not buy it off of any scammers. You're just enabling them to do horrible things. But a lot of the time, stores like Amazon will do these certain things where you'll just get these really neat discounts, and it just stacks on. Now, the gift cards is like super advanced. You don't really need to do that. Realistically, it's just for like the diehard pros. But realistically, you'll be just fine if you just apply the coupon eBay gives you. So the latest sale on TCG Player for a Journey Together ETB case sealed was $870. Well, one went on auction for $670. So you save $200. Now you got to remember, it's not even $1,000. So that's not even 20%. That's like 25% off. So that's really, really good. You got a sealed ETB case for 25% off. And the reason why is because it's less of a liquid item. Like, you'll notice that the less liquid it gets, the more of a discount you get. So getting those really liquid items is also really good. But also another sneaky little trick is the second something restocks, you just buy it immediately off auctions. And let me show you a Surging Sparks auction, which is pretty crazy. All right, so Surging Sparks booster boxes have been selling for about the 240 to 245 range on TCG Player. However, if you check this auction that I've just shown on screen, the final bid was 202. And the reason why, you're getting a ridiculous discount, man. You're getting like 22-ish% off. That's ridiculous. Now, the thing is, oh my goodness, it literally just looked like there was someone outside of my window, because where I record, there's a window right there, and it's like currently 1 a.m. Holy crap, I thought I just saw somebody. Anyways, that's so irrelevant. Basically, the reason why this one specifically went so cheap, once again, booster boxes usually go for like 10% under if it's an auction versus buy it now. The reason why this one went so cheap is because a bunch of people on the same day just got a buttload of Surging Spark. The reason why is because all these Pokemon vending machines restocked on the same day. So what happened is a bunch of people dumped all of their supply incredibly quickly. What this means is there were so many live auctions that a couple of them, like this one, went for 202. So this is what I recommend to you. If you want to buy Surging Sparks, don't FOMO in. If you want to buy Surging Sparks, don't immediately do a buy now. If you want to buy Surging Sparks, be patient. Wait. Just bid on every single one. Put a max bid. eBay is super easy. You can just put in a max bid. This is something I did. In fact, you can't really do this now, but this is a really easy money-making scheme with Pokemon. I don't even know why I use the word scheme. It's not even a scheme. It's just it's right there. It's like, it's so obvious. But literally, what I did about I want to say a year and a half ago, is I would just bid on every single sealed box and I would just bid on it. So I would open up eBay, I would bid on 100 of them. My max bid was a horrible price. Like 70% or like 60% of market price, but a couple of them I would actually get. I got a Roaring Skies booster box for like $400 like a couple months ago. Well, okay, not a couple months ago. Time flies. So it's more like a year ago. For about okay, she was probably more like 500. Yeah, it was about $500. Yeah, $500 for a Roaring Skies booster box. I then sold that booster box for like $950 2 weeks later. Dude, that's what I'm freaking talking about, chat. That was super easy. I did it all at home. I didn't have to be savvy. I didn't have to be smart. I just would open up eBay every single day, just do bits. And for the record, this is not the only item. I did this with tons of items. I did this with Celebrations ETBs. I did this with plenty of 151 items. I did this with so much stuff. And it doesn't really work for slabs because there's so many slabs. It's actually very difficult to liquidate unless you can get a slab for like 20 to 30% of market price. But if it goes that low, the seller is probably just going to cancel it anyway. So it doesn't really work out. But the thing is, you mass bid, a couple of them are going to go cheap. You got to remember, like, you could say like, oh, Sam, this is bullcrap. You're cherry picking right now. Well, you can cherry pick as well. You can just bid on every single one and one or two are going to go cheap. It's almost like you're cherry picking because you're getting the cheapest one, but that's because you're willing to bid a crap price, but on 100, so a couple of them are just going to go north. Whether it's just an item that recently got mass restocked, like on one day and you just acted immediately, or whether it's something else, like there were so many auctions that ended in that 5 minutes, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this has happened on Probstein auctions. I would see Evolving Skies. One booster box would go for like 26, 2700 at the high, but then another one would go for like 2300 in almost the same day. And the reason why is it actually can be anything. I actually don't know what the reason why. It could literally be anything. And you check the pictures and both of them are minty boxes. It's the same seller, it's the same day, but it could simply be anything. It could be that the first auction people were willing to bid a ton, but then on the second one, people aren't willing to bid $1 over, so the best they can do is match it, but more likely it's just going to go lower because it's the second auction. Alright, now this is where it gets really funny. So basically, I'm going to cherry pick a specific auction because sometimes you can get some massive wins like this. Now, this is an Australian store, so do take this with a grain of salt. Sometimes Australian auctions can go really cheap because Australia is really small. The same thing does happen with the US, but I honestly just wanted to comment on this because I was eyeing this auction. I specifically was watching this go live. So this is an auction that was hosted by Luna. Luna is an incredibly reputable store in Australia. A lot of people in the Pokemon industry in Australia know Luna. They're very reputable. They have an impeccable reputation. They're very large, so there's no debate that it could be that like it was a super unknown seller. They had fantastic clear pictures from practically every single angle of the booster box case, so it was everything you could have wished for. Now this Temporal Forces booster box case went for 2150 AUD. If you convert that to USD, you get about 1400 for a booster box case. A Temporal Forces sealed booster box case for 1400. Now once again, there was also a $300 coupon. Now this was in AUD, so we just convert this to USD. That's a $200 coupon. So this is not paid by the seller, this is paid by eBay. So then it goes from $1,400, you apply the $200 coupon, it goes to $1,200. Now, you can get savvy, you can get gift cards, but the thing is it can get shady because there can be weird sales online, and it could be like certain things. But the thing is, generally a 5% cashback is pretty standard. A lot of time eBay is a part of these gift cards where it'll be like 50 different companies and eBay is a lot of time participating in it. So you can get gift cards, but it is just a bit finicky. So just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to mention that, because I don't want to mention things that you can do now, but then you can't do later, right? Like a lot of the time, Coles, or I don't know, some stores in Australia, I kind of forget which ones. I think it's Coles, but I could be wrong. Aussie people, please feel free to correct me. But a lot of time, they'll have these coupons for like 2 days. So what you have to do is you have to buy it, and then you don't know when you'll use it. It could be in a month's time, right? So let's just take away all those complications. TCG Player, Temporal Forces boost box cases, they are selling for $2,000 plus. This one, if you were smart about it, you bid it on an auction off of a good seller, you bid on an auction, but not only that, you applied a coupon that was paid by eBay, nothing really beating around the bush there. You don't need to pay for that coupon, it's just there. You get it for $1,200. That's almost 50% of market price for a booster box case, the most premium item, something that is incredibly desired. Why did it go that cheap? Realistically, I don't know. It could have been time of day. It could be that Temporal Forces booster box cases specifically aren't desired, but it is something to think about, that if you just FOMO'd in buying Temporal Forces on TCG Player and you paid $2,000 for a booster box case, once again, there are plenty of confirmed sales at that price, well, dude, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, because if you were just slightly more patient and just waited for an auction, first of all, there's a benefit that you don't have to then pull strings. Every day that goes by, you get money, all right? Like, we all make money practically every single day, whether it be from getting paid from multiple days of work, or whether it be, I don't know, like if you get paid every single, I mean, no one gets paid every day, but every day that goes by, you generally, it becomes easier and easier to buy something, right? As you stack cash, you pay your bills, and then you'll have some left over. Now, with auctions, the beauty is you don't have to buy it straight away. So you're getting a good price, you don't have to buy it straight away. And a lot of time you get these cheeky coupons where it'll just make it worth it. Like, I have a One Piece box coming. I have OP13, which is pretty cool, to be honest. It's a very nice display. I mean, judging by these action figures here and these pop figures, you can see I'm a One Piece fan. Absolutely love it. I find a lot of Pokemon fans are also One Piece fans, and One Piece fans are also Pokemon fans, that a lot of people like both. But I have an OP13 box coming, and if I'm being honest with you, I'm not that tapped into One Piece. I've been eyeing it recently, but I'm not that tapped into it. I have been collecting One Piece trading cards since OPO4. I've been reselling. I haven't really been investing. I haven't really been in the investing side of it, just enjoying the trading card game as a whole. So for me, I'm not really savvy whenever it comes to finding One Piece. And I messaged a very savvy guy that I know, and I said, like, you know, where do I get these boxes? I just want one so I can just display it because it's such a cool looking box. Well, he said that it's pretty much sold out everywhere. Now, the beauty was that there was a box listed on eBay by an incredibly reputable seller. Now, he listed it about $30 under market, but also on top of that, there was also an eBay coupon. So I got it at a good price automatically, but then I also get a coupon. Dude, I'm getting a fantastic entry on that box. Now, whether I want to invest in it or just display it, doesn't really matter. The point is that this is actually a really good way to do things. Just finding those deals just goes such a long way. And this is in this market. Holy crap, in a bear market, it's insane. You're getting slabs at like 40 to 50% of market. I know a good friend of mine, he auctioned off, this was so sad, he auctioned off, I want to say, like $10,000 worth of Sword and Shield slabs, took fantastic pictures, impeccable feedback. It went for like 50% of market price for all of the slabs, or like 60%. It was atrocious. It was so bad. And this was a couple of years ago, so the market wasn't as liquid then. And it was slabs, so it wasn't like the most liquid out there. Like, it wasn't sealed boxes, right? So yeah, in the bear market, dude, you can get stuff insanely cheap. So like, what you're seeing now is just the small power of auctions. The true power of auctions comes in bear markets, but then your problem is the seller always cancels it and wastes your time, so it can't get too cheap. So eBay auctions is actually a really good way to get product really cheap. So yeah, what do you guys think about this new way to source Pokemon products?